Question. He did 6 years in prison. He paid his debt to society. Everything that he did is true. Which one of those negative things got him the death penalty? So this is in response to the what's her name? Candace Owens?
Kaitlin Bennet.
Kaitlin Bennet and whoever this chick is right here.
Kristina Maione.
Kristina Maione, my daughter just showed it to me. Until this point, I thought that I didn't have anything to say about Candace Owens' stupid reaction to George Floyd and to what's the other
Kaitlin Bennet.
Member of Vanilla Ice's, Kaitlin Bennet.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thing. I'm gonna give you this, so y'all can shut up about it. Yes, George Floyd was a bad person. Yeah, he did porn. He did some not so great raps. He put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach in a robbery attempt.
Unbeknownst, he didn't know.
Well, he didn't know it, but he still did it. He had a checkered history. He was on drugs. He did 6 years in prison. So, good job. He was a bad person. Question. He did 6 years in prison. He paid his debt to society. Everything that he did is true. Everything every negative thing you guys want to say about him is absolutely true. Which one of those negative things got him the death penalty? Because in America, we don't have a law for death penalty. We don't have a law for robbery that requires the death penalty. We don't have a law for drug addiction that requires the death penalty. We don't have one of those. What does any of that have to do with the fact that this man was murdered by the police? You believe in the purpose of the prison system. The purpose of the prison system is so that a man can do his time and move on. Correct?
Yeah.
So, if he spent 6 years in prison for some shit that he did, and let's not talk about the consequences. We will not negate any of the consequences, because for everything that man did, there was a consequence. He was a drug addict. So much so, like, nobody knows more about George Floyd's past than George Floyd. Hence the reason he moved to Minnesota. He was from Houston. He moved to Minnesota to get away from his past. So you guys continuously bring up his past like George Floyd didn't know about it. He went to Minnesota to work on himself. Again, I ask you the question. If a man did 6 years in prison and has paid his debt to society, what gives 4 police officers the right to murder him? Murder. It was murder. It wasn't an accident. It was murder. They stood on the man's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's called murder. It's called the carotid hold. My wife is a nurse, or she's a nursing student. She told me that if a person stands in your carotid nerve, your carotid artery, it is a gateway straight to death. Enough damage to that and you can die. And this is a practice that police use to subdue people. So again, I will list everything that he's done, and if either one of you geniuses can answer the question for me, I will gladly take an answer. Robbery, drug addiction, porn, and whatever else you can come up with. If you give me any reason why those police officers, judge, jury, and executioner of that man, I'll accept any answer. Any answer. Because what you guys are doing is conflating the issue and blowing it completely out of proportion. And what's that lady's name again? Kaitlin Bennet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you an award. I just made this award for you. You are the dumbest Karen in the history of Karens.
Second to Candace Owens?
She's not even a Karen. She's a Karenisha. And she is nothing compared to you. Because you literally conflated. That's what you did. I know that's a big word. You're probably not used to black men using big words. Conflating. You took abortion, and conflated it up to police brutality. Ma'am, if all lives matter and you care about the little babies in the stomach,
the little black babies
in the stomach, please care about the big black men being choked out by the police. And since y'all love to bring up people's past, Elijah McCain. I'll wait.